Today we have a very nice, I don't know why I did that, we have a very nice Golf Scirocco R in with us today to get polished, ceramic coated. Let's show you around the car because there's been some, as you can probably guess, some modifications. I love the rear stance, as in the rear end.
Nice.
Of a Scirocco. I mean, it's... We've got a Maxim Design rear diffuser, we've got F1 lights, we've got all the nice little bits. OEM Plus, which that needs sticking down properly. Oh, I have to be careful of that, washing that. We've got the Aspiri 8-spoke, very nice wheels. We're on air suspension. We've got side skirts, again, by Maxim Design. I like this colour. And we've also noticed there's been some very nice tasteful dechroming from the badges and all those little areas. But, as you can see, it's not very clean. So Elliot, can you give me a quick walk round of sort of the state of the car now? So, we have air kit, and that's about it, mate. It's a nice car, mate. I really do like these Sciroccos. Let's have a look at the interior then. So we've got the DSG gearbox that everyone absolutely loves. Nice steering wheel, flat bottom, the nice seats, which is embossed in the headrest. It's a nice place to be. 3D printed our little logo thing there. That's cool.
Is that an add-on?
Is that these nice little bits? That's 3D printed. That would have someone's bought that, haven't they? Mate, I like little things like that. Wheels first. Pre-wash your tyre, pre-wash into the actual barrels, into the arches, whole round, good coverage of the wheels, and then rinse. RK pump sprayers, if you haven't got one, buy one. This is my opinion, don't buy any others, they're all crap. Get yourself one of these. Angles, so don't just go point blank in front of the wheels or whatever it is that you're rinsing. Make sure you get left and right of the wheel into the arch in all those areas because you will miss stuff. Pre-wash the whole sort of wheel, and now I'm going to go with some fallout remover into the barrels, onto the face. Booty hole spray. Woo! Let it sit for a couple of minutes and then we're going to contact wash. So if you can look clearly, can you see we've got a bit of colour change there? Because that's what it's doing, is attaching onto those brake particles, those iron particles from the brake discs. You can see it there, where it's all coming out the bottom. Now a lot of people will drive the car forward or back just to double check and make sure that you've contact washed every part of the wheel. Me personally, I'll do sort of 2 contacts. I'll do one with my wash mitt and then second with a soft feather tip detail brush and then go round it again. So there's less likely chance I'm going to miss something when cleaning the wheels. I don't have to fucking bother driving the car forward or back. Now we're at the wash and rinse stage. There's 2 sides to knit, so you can use one side, prep, wash one panel, and then instead of going straight back to my bucket, flip the mitt over and then continue on the other side. You're then going to be less frequently going back and forth between your buckets, allow you to work a lot more efficiently, just like that. Now I'm not saying that using a tar and glue on anyone that's got any sort of wide body kits, Maxim Design kits, whatever it is. If you're going crazy with your tar and glue remover, it's just going to drip down, and I'm not saying it's going to remove it, but it's not going to help.
Shooting at a pace soon as I pull up, dropping buckets. Yeah, like it's nothing.
A lot of people prefer clay mitts or clay sponges or synthetic clays. I prefer a dedicated clay bar. Now, do you really think that you're going to get this much dirt contamination with a clay mitt or a clay sponge or synthetic clay? I highly doubt it. Decontamination done, now time to get it inside the booth after it's been dried and prep it for polishing. Now she's warm, shall we have a noise check?
Nah, to be fair, from the back it sounds way nicer.
Does it? Anyway, stop f***ing about, let me show you the paintwork. Right then, we'll start the rear, shall we? First one that I noticed, a bit of potential lack of peel there. So we won't be able to polish or really coat that. So I'll make sure he knows about that. Where the VW badge is, we've got loads of surface scratches from resting your hands on there, probably jewellery or whatever, something's rested on there. Rear quarter's not too bad. We've got your obvious minor swirl marks, some minor stuff that'll come out. Loads of isolated little scratches, you know, where your feet catching when you get in and out of the car. Nothing I'm going to be able to do with stuff like that. Now if I had a bit of a touch-up pen with me, I'd be able to sand it back, fill it in, sand it, reapply, polish it, but we haven't. Bonnet, isolated swirl marks all over the place. I am looking for previous touched in stone chips, because if I do a really good heavy cut and refine over those stone chipped areas, it's likely that'll come off and look even worse. To be fair, mate, it's actually in decent condition. The amount of cars that we've seen, he has kind of looked after this. It's just the obvious stuff, i.e. swirl marks, minor scratches. Time for panel wipe and prepping for polishing. To get these swirl marks out of this German paint, you need to be a little bit more aggressive. What do you mean by that? So I've got my heavy cut compound from Koch Chemie, and I've got a more aggressive pad in the form of a wool pad, okay? I've blown the wool pad out so it's nice and clean. Another little top tip, grab yourself a little bit of water, okay? One bit of a spritz on there is going to prevent the compound from clogging your pad, and then it allows you to work the compound more, so you can arguably work in slightly larger sections than usual. Once we've done that, 3, maybe 4 passes, then buff that away. We're going to downgrade then to a micro cut, which will allow me, because there's been a bit of a dip, really pushing the paint, aggressive with the heavy cut compound and the aggressive microfiber wool pad at a high speed, and then just taking out and glossing up the defects that I have put in with that pad and compound to gloss it up, make it look super shiny. All I need is 1 or just 2 passes, quick butty stage, wipe off and continue that round. So I'm really going at it, quick tickle, gloss it up, and away we go. Slightly damp pad, pea-sized drops of about 4 blobs of compound, roughly. That is probably all you need. Let's go for top of that body line there, to there, there, to there. Then I've marked out the area. Speed 1, slowest speed. We're going to go to our working speed. I'm going to get myself lower down to the car, because the volume in these. See that as a speed 4. And I'll be using my 5-inch pad for anywhere from 75 to 80% of the whole car. I'll be using this machine, so I won't need to use anything else. Yes, we use a 3-inch here and the 1-inch machines. I'm going to be using this machine, provided you know how to work these machines. And as you can probably see there, guys, I don't know how well it's picking up on camera, but that is not swirl free. But with just 4 passes of the heavy cut compound and being reasonably aggressive, we've got a lot of those marks out. Now, we're going to gloss it up with our micro cuts and our soft pad to now get rid of any slight marks that I've put in with what I've used before. So, let's crack on with that now, shall we? Applying any sort of ceramic coating, we want good full coverage. So I've gone up and down, now I'm going to go towards and away from me, so we get full coverage onto the bonnet. I know it's a large area with a lot of coatings, you cannot do such a large area like that, but with this type of coating from Infinity Wax you can. Their Synergy is a great coating, 2 microfiber cloths, brand new Kirkland microfiber cloths. The first cloth, all I'm going to do is spread the coating. Yes, I have spread the coating with the microfiber cloth. We're just going to spread it further and start to take up a little bit of excess. Then flip the cloth over with your gloves on, okay? Do not do this without gloves on, you do not want it on your skin. Going to start buffing, like so. Then our second cloth, buff again with our plush side of our clean microfiber cloth. And then flip over to finish off. And as you flip over each time and contact the car again, you just feel it getting silkier and smoother. You can visually see it getting glossier every pass. Off with a bit of Car Pro Dark Side tie dressing. This stuff for rubber, for your tyres, great sealant, very nice sort of sheen to it with the little cheap little applicator. Really good these, tight bristles so you can get into all them numbers and crooks and crannies as you go around just in the face of the tyre. We started at 8 o'clock this morning and it's now 8:30, so it's been 12.5 hours. But as always, please like, subscribe to our content if you enjoy it. Please, honestly, give us one of them, appreciate it massively, and leave a comment, because if you do, I will read and reply to every single one of them personally. As always, thanks for watching, and my favourite bit, what is it, Elliot?
The aftershots.
The aftershots. We'll do some inside and outside, why not?
Listen to me as I slow it down. Dreams are yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs.
Sometimes I will do one a frappa chapper latte, pumpkin spiced, absolute heavenly. Oh, don't even care. Drink it like that as well. Oh, you're filming, are you? Eyes roll in the back here. No, 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 back man.